Hi, I'm Rich from Mentok and welcome along to our series on different models of leadership. Leadership is a crucial aspect of any organization, and it can make or break a team's success. In recent years, servant leadership has emerged as a transformative leadership style that prioritizes the growth and development of the team over the leader's personal interests. In this video, we'll explore a few key principles and practices of servant leadership and how you can become a servant leader yourself, including the challenges that you may face along the way. So what is servant leadership? Servant leadership is a leadership style that places the needs and growth of the team above the leader's interests. The servant leader, as the name would suggest, serves their team and empowers them to reach their full potential. This leadership style is based on the idea that a leader's primary role is to serve their team and support them in their growth and development. Many leaders have discovered the transformative power of servant leadership through their own experiences. I know that when I started my career as a leader, I was conditioned into traditional approaches to leadership and management that tended to be more about command and control and the power dynamics that are inherently part of that. This approach wasn't sustainable for me personally. It just didn't align with my values and beliefs. It was only after exploring different leadership styles and philosophies that I learned that there was a different way. Servant leadership and other approaches that we will discuss over time changed my view and practice of leading. By putting the team's needs first and leading by example, I found that I was better able to build a motivated and engaged team. So what are some of the key principles of servant leadership? Number one, putting the team first. Servant leaders listen to their team members and prioritize their needs above their own. They empower their team to take on new challenges and support them in their growth and development. Number two, leading by example. Servant leaders demonstrate the values they want to see in their team and set the tone for a positive and productive work environment. Number three, effective communication. Servant leaders are great communicators who communicate openly, honestly, and transparently with their team. They encourage open and honest feedback and return. By following these key principles, you too can become a servant leader who inspires and empowers those around you. Start by putting your team first, leading by example, and being a great communicator. Remember, the ultimate goal of servant leadership is to serve and support your team in their growth and development. So what are the challenges that comes with servant leadership? Number one, balancing the needs of the team with individual goals. Servant leaders need to find a balance between serving their team and achieving their own goals. It can be challenging to prioritize the team's needs while still moving forward with individual goals and responsibilities. Number two, maintaining authority. While servant leaders prioritize the needs of the team, they still need to maintain their authority and make tough decisions. It can be challenging to strike the balance between serving the team and being a strong leader. The realities of leadership, as it is most commonly viewed, mean that this will still be the case and that you will still have to make these decisions at some point. Number three, overcoming resistance. Some team members may resist the servant leadership approach, particularly if they're used to more traditional leadership styles. Servant leaders need to be able to overcome this resistance and convince their team of the benefits of this approach as people become conditioned to different styles and approaches of leadership. Number four, encouraging open communication. Servant leaders rely on open and honest communication with their team. Some team members may be reluctant to share their thoughts and opinions. Servant leaders need to create a psychologically safe and supportive environment that encourages open communication. Leadership is a transformative leadership style that prioritizes the growth and development of the team over the leader's interests. By following the key principles of servant leadership, you can become a leader who inspires and empowers those around you. However, it's important to be aware of the challenges that you may face along the way, such as balancing the needs of the team with individual goals, maintaining authority, overcoming resistance, and encouraging open communication. If you're interested in learning more about servant leadership or leadership in general, make sure to subscribe to the channel or follow us on the socials, which are in the description below. Take care. See you all.